What is a Performance Improvement Plan, or PIP? A Performance Improvement Plan, PIP, is a formal process designed to help employees who are not meeting the performance expectations set by their manager. It's a structured approach that outlines specific areas where improvement is needed, along with the steps the employee can take to improve their performance. A PIP typically includes performance concerns, clear identification of the specific performance issues that need addressing. Then it got goals for improvement. These are measurable, time-bound goals that the employee must achieve to improve their performance. It also entails the support provided. Details on the support or resources the employee will have access to, such as training, coaching, or additional supervision. Then there's a timeline for improvement, a realistic timeline for the employee to show improvement. It also contains consequences. Explanation of what will happen if the employee does not meet the improvement goals within the specific timeline, which could range from additional coaching to termination. Not every performance issue requires a PIP. A PIP should be reserved for cases where an employee has consistently underperformed despite verbal warnings or informal feedback sessions. Managers often see poor performance in areas like failing to meet project deadlines, inability to complete tasks as expected, or even behavioral issues like failing to collaborate effectively with a team. PIPs are particularly useful when there is a pattern of underperformance. Isolated mistakes or occasional slip-ups can often be corrected through informal feedback. But if an employee repeatedly misses the mark, a PIP may be necessary. It also comes in when verbal feedback hasn't worked. If you've had conversations with the employee and they still haven't improved, a formal PIP may be the next step. A PIP can also be implemented where there's a clear gap between expectations and performance. When there's a measurable gap between what the employee is expected to do and what they're actually doing, a PIP can help close that gap. Often it can also be used when you see potential. A PIP is often used when the manager believes the employee can improve with the right guidance, training, and time. Crafting a PIP requires thoughtful planning. The plan must be clear, specific, and most importantly, actionable. Here's a step-by-step breakdown on how to create a performance improvement plan. Step 1. Identify specific performance issues. The first step in creating a PIP is identifying the specific areas where the employee is underperforming. You need to be as precise as possible. Instead of saying, "You're not doing well," you rather say something like, "You've missed 3 project deadlines in the last 2 months, and your reports have lacked the required data for client presentations." The more specific you are, the easier it will be for the employer to understand what needs to be improved. This step also includes gathering evidence of the performance issues. Data points, specific examples, or feedback from colleagues can all serve as supporting documentation to clearly show where performance has fallen short. Step 2. Set clear and measurable goals. Once the performance issues have been identified, the next step is to set SMART goals that outline what improvement performance looks like. Each goal should focus on a specific issue that was identified in step 1. For example, if an employee has been missing deadlines, the goal might be submit project reports at least 24 hours before the deadline for the next 3 projects. If the issue is the quality of work, the goal could be ensure that all client reports contain the following key data points and are reviewed by the supervisor before submission. It's essential that these goals are achievable, taking into account the employee's skills, resources, and workload. Unattainable goals set the employee up for failure and can result in further disengagement. Step 3. Outline the support and resources available. A PIP should never be about setting the employee up for failure. Instead, it should provide the support they need to improve. This may involve offering training, mentoring, or additional resources that will help them meet their goals. Some examples of support could include mentorship, pairing the employee with a more experienced colleague for guidance. Training programs, providing training to improve technical skills or soft skills. One-on-one meetings, regular meetings with you, the manager, to review progress and provide further feedback. By clearly outlining the resources available to employee, you show that the company is invested in their success and improvement. Step 4. Establish a timeline for improvement. The next step is to create a realistic timeline for the employee to meet the improvement goals. The timeline will vary depending on the severity of the performance issues and the complexity of the tasks. A typical PIP might last anywhere between 30 to 90 days, but it should be long enough for the employee to demonstrate real improvement. Break the timeline down into smaller checkpoints where you and the employee can review their progress. For example, you could schedule weekly or bi-weekly meetings to discuss how they're doing and if adjustments need to be made. Step 5. Define the consequences of not meeting expectations. While a PIP is designed to help the employee improve, it's important to clarify what will happen if they don't meet the improvement goals. This should be done tactfully but clearly. Potential consequences might include additional training, reassignment, or in some cases, termination if performance doesn't improve. Make sure this is documented in the PIP so that the employee understands the seriousness of the situation and the potential outcomes if goals are not met. Once the plan is created, it's time to implement it. This is where the communication skills of a manager come into play. Implementing a PIP requires empathy, transparency, and ongoing support. Step 1. Present the PIP to the employee. Schedule a formal meeting with the employee to go over the PIP. In this meeting, walk through each part of the plan, clearly outlining the performance issues, goals, support available, and the timeline for improvement. Be open to answering any questions the employee might have and encourage them to express any concerns. Approach the conversation with a positive attitude. While a PIP addresses serious performance issues, it's also an opportunity for the employee to grow and improve. Make sure to emphasize that the PIP is there to help them succeed, not to punish them. Step 2. Monitor progress. Once a PIP is in motion, it's crucial to monitor the employee's progress closely. This is where regular check-ins and follow-up meetings come into play. These meetings should be used to review the employee's performance against the goals set in the PIP. During these check-ins, discuss progress. Ask the employee how they feel they're progressing toward their goals. Use measurable data to assess performance, whether it's project deadlines, the quality of work, or feedback from colleagues. Then provide additional feedback. Offer constructive feedback during each meeting, highlighting areas where the employee has made progress and areas that still need improvement. Adjust the PIP if necessary. If it becomes clear that the goal is unrealistic or if the employee needs more support, don't hesitate to adjust the PIP. This demonstrates flexibility and a commitment to helping the employee succeed. Step 3. Offer ongoing support. As the PIP unfolds, be proactive in offering ongoing support. Don't wait for the employee to ask for help. Reach out regularly to see how they're doing. This could be through informal conversations or more structured one-on-one meetings. For example, if an employee is struggling with time management, offer to review their workload with them or suggest tools they can use to better organize their tasks. If they're having trouble meeting quality standards, offer additional training or resources to help them improve. At the end of the PIP's timeline, it's time to assess whether the employee has met the goals outlined in this plan. Step 1. A final review meeting. Schedule a final review meeting to go over the employee's performance throughout the PIP period. During this meeting, review each goal. Go over each goal outlined in the PIP and assess whether the employee met the expectations. Use measurable data and examples to support your assessment. Discuss the employee's experience. Ask the employee how they felt during the PIP process. Did they feel supported, Were the goals realistic? This feedback can help you improve how you handle PIPs in the future. Then make a final decision. If the employer has met the improvement goals, congratulate them on their progress and outline the next steps. If the employer has not met the goals, discuss the consequences, which may include further coaching, reassignment, or termination.